Hi, Queens. How's it going? Snowy here. And if you're new to my page or my channel, my name is Snowy. I am the founder of Poetic Touch, the online safe haven for women of color on a self discovery journey. And really, I just like to create short and sweet videos, resources, tools for you to use along your self discovery journey. So, with that, today's video, I'm going to be talking about comparing yourself while along the journey. So, first off, I'm going to say that naturally, just as people, as women especially, we like to assess, um, what's going on, or assess and find people that we can relate to, or people that we feel are on a similar path as us. It's just nice to find people that you can relate to, which really is a huge premise even for my website and the membership community. It's really for a sense of connection and to be able to connect with fellow people who are on the same path as you, or on a similar path as you, people that you can relate to, or people who are open about things you've experienced. Whatever the case is, there are so many different circumstances, to which this applies. But I say all that to say that it's natural, it's completely normal and natural to want to, kind of look away from your own mat and see what's happening with other people and see what other people are doing. But with that said, the main premise behind yoga is balance. It's union. And so really, I feel like this is the best way to approach pretty much all aspects of life. All things in moderation and balance. So with that, I think it can be very healthy to see what other people are doing and to see, where other people are, to give you an idea of, like, personally, when I'm looking at someone that I relate to, or I'm looking for someone that I can relate to, I'm usually looking, or I notice things about them that, it's like, oh, wow, I can use this, or I can learn from this. Like, as many of you know, especially if you follow me on Poetic Touch, which is probably how you found me here, you know that I am very keen on personal development, and I just feel like it's something that's just ever evolving, and like, we're ever growing and changing constantly and learning and growing. And so, like, personal development, I think, is just such an awesome ass topic. Like, literally it can go in so many facets, all facets of your life. And I'm sure you guys hear the hummingbirds. They're getting ready. They're having dinner right now, so they're going a little ham over here by me. Anyway, so with that, I totally forgot my point, but it's okay because I'm totally not editing this video. This is authentically me. So we're just going to take that on to the next point until this little reminder comes back to me, because I took notes. What I was saying was, when I'm usually checking out other people or looking at other people, it's to see, if it's something that I can relate to, if maybe there's something I can learn from, and that's where the whole personal development aspect comes from. Because there are two primary ways of learning. You learn from doing, and you learn from the doings of others. So I'm sure you could try and break it down into other facets, but really when it's all said and done, it's really those two. You learn from doing, or you learn from others. But even then, most times it's when you do. But it doesn't go to say that that watching someone else, not watching, sounds kind of creepy, but like being in tune with what someone else is doing, and like, following them and being a part of what they have going. It's not necessarily to say that you're looking at it in a competitive manner. It can totally be from a learning perspective, and again, I think that's totally beautiful, because of personal development and self-improvement, they're things that I think we should all be focusing on in our lives. So with that, I'll go on to say that even a little bit of competition can be healthy, to give you that extra bit of drive, that extra bit of, that outside motivation, that outside force. This also can be very beautiful. But it takes me back to the very first point of it all, which is that these things all need to be done with balance. So all things within moderation. Is it a healthy sense of competition, or is it more of an obsession? Are you constantly checking what they're doing, seeing their moves, but does it make you feel negatively? Does it make you feel bad, but do you constantly do it anyway? Like, these are kind of things, and like, it may sound like, come on, that doesn't even make sense. Why do people do that? People do it, okay? Like, psychologically, subconsciously. You may have someone that you don't like, and you may go and you may see what it is that they're doing for whatever reason. Now, with that, I'll say that oftentimes, if you have somebody that you like and you follow, like I mentioned before, it's oftentimes because it's something that you can relate to with this person, something about this person that resonates with you as an individual. And so, if someone is distasteful to you, you have to really take the time to become self-aware, to acknowledge what it is that is causing this feeling for you. And it's not necessarily the person themselves, because all people are mirrors of us. So really, you need to take this and see, what is it about this person that I see myself? How do I see myself within this person? Or how have I possibly, maybe I've been seen in the past, the way that I see this person, and I dislike it now. Things like that. It could be a number of things. But again, it's a matter of, why are you comparing your journey to this person? Why are you paying attention to what this person is doing, and things along those lines? Because it can go all downhill very quickly if you are at a low frequency and you are in just a low place at the moment. Negative self-talk can come into place, especially when you see other people. It's social media. People will always post their wins. People do not post things, their downs, their L's. They never post these things. You know what I mean? It's very seldom that someone will be so open and so vulnerable and authentic as to share when they trip and fall. So with that, when you go to look on someone else's page and it makes you feel sad or negative, or as if you are not doing things within your life, these are, this is a form of negative self-talk, and subconsciously you are allowing this to take heed and really control certain aspects of your life, especially if it's someone that you follow and you go and you check on their things regularly. Now, again, with that, this is if you're vibrating at a low frequency, and it's not to say that, people don't have high and low moments, because it is life. Just because I'm in the most amazing mood right now doesn't mean that I can't become a little sad later. It's totally possible, it's life, and it happens. But with that said, it's important to know, why are you comparing your journey to this person? what is it? What are you doing? Are you self-sabotaging? Are you playing, this victimhood role? Like, are you truly becoming inspired by comparing your journey to this person? Like, you really have to stop and analyze the situation, analyze the way that these things make you feel, and just really be real with yourself. Like the self-discovery journey it sounds beautiful, and I mean, I'm not saying it's not a beautiful journey. It is, but with that, it is definitely hard work, and it is definitely a lot of introspection, and it is a lot of self-reflection and accepting that we have many behaviors that are toxic and unhealthy to us and to those around us. And this is why it's so important that, I feel personally that we all embark on the self-discovery journey, because the more aware we become of our actions, our missteps, whatever the case is, the more the more likely we are to do something about them, and the better lives that we literally begin to have. You begin to vibrate at a higher frequency once you begin to, once you reach this level of self-understanding and self-awareness. And so I feel like it's just imperative, and it's just so important that you really, really take the time to self-reflect and to, be real with yourself and have the one-on-one, and don't shy away from your dark side. We all have dark sides. All of us, every single last one of us, okay? It is being. With that, don't be afraid to accept it for what it is, accept it for where it came from, and move forward from it. Because that's really the biggest thing, I feel like. If you are comparing yourself if you're comparing your journey to other people's journeys on a strenuous level, I'm not saying like on a minuscule, following people and checking their things out, that's minute. But if it's really on a level of you begin to compare yourself in multiple scenarios and situations, like, man, they're doing this, and like, I'm barely even doing that. Like, this is when you need to really stop and assess. Like, okay, hold on, pump the brakes. I'm being a little negative right now, and I'm being a little negative to myself. Why am I being negative? Why am I feeling this way? You know what I'm saying? So let me give you an example. Like, so, you're following someone, and you see that, they're starting off their business at a similar time as you. You guys are doing similar things. And then you see this person is, like, doing parties, and they're doing public speaking, like, all kinds of shit, right? Now, part of you is like, wow, this is so amazing. This is exactly what I want to do. Like, how the hell are they doing these things? Like, what is it that they're doing? What is it that I'm doing that I am not attaining these things also, that I'm not attaining these opportunities, that I'm not also, I'm not putting myself in these situations or circumstances. So, it can literally become something as simple and as tiny as this. And then it can evolve to, she's prettier than me. She's got the look. She's got a nicer body. She's got a lot of friends. She's like that normal. You know what I mean? And like, this is when you begin to, it all begins to go downhill. And this is when it's really not to your benefit at all. And again, it's just really important that you acknowledge, why are you comparing your journey to this person? Is it because you really want some relativity, or is it because you are practicing the art of self-sabotage? So, not to be so frank, but that's kind of what it can become if, it goes unkempt. If you are just mindlessly following other people, comparing your journey to their journey, and you spend more time on theirs than your own. And this is when it can become a major issue. So it's just really important to acknowledge your why. Why? First of all, why do you resonate with this person? What is it about this person that you feel the need to compare yourself to them? And then from there, you go on to the second. Okay, so I get it. We come from a similar background. She kind of looks like me. She wears glasses. I get it. She's kind of cool. Like, she's different. I like her, whatever. And then go on to the next step to be like, okay, but when I watch her videos or whatever the case is, how does it make me feel? Do I begin to talk negatively upon myself because I'm not doing the things that she's doing? Or am I taking the experiences and the advice and the lessons that she's giving and taking these things so I can use them for my own benefit along my own path and my own journey? So it's just really important that you take the time to acknowledge these things, because we all do it. And, especially in the age of social media, you literally, there are hundreds of people in your feed daily. And, again, people don't always post their L's. They seldomly do. And so, it's just really important that you acknowledge that the facade that's been placed on the internet in general, on social media, this presentation to be completely perfect, with the filters and, all of these other things. It's just important that it's nothing. Those things, they're tiny. They mean absolutely nothing. What does matter is your personal journey. What does matter is who you are when you're off the screen. What does matter is who you are to the people that know and love you, the people that are closest to you. It's the path that you are on that is most important, not anyone else's. So, I don't know. I just think that again, there's nothing wrong with checking out other people's stuff. I do it too. I follow a lot of people, and I've even had conversations with my friend Cindy, who told me, because I was looking for people on a business level that I can relate to as far as what I'm doing with the Haven and the community membership that I've created. And she blatantly told me, well, Snowy, sometimes you can't always look for other people because other people aren't doing what you're doing. Sometimes you are creating the path. You are the one paving the way. You are the one who is doing it. So there is no one else to look to. And to be completely honest, it fucking hit me. And my perspective has changed so much since then. It's one of the most dear pieces of advice I've ever received, and so I hope that someone can use it and apply it to yourself and to your own journey. Just know that wherever you are, on your path, on your way, it's exactly where you need to be. And wanting to be somewhere else is beautiful. It's amazing. Don't ever think that wanting to improve yourself is silly or impossible. You can, change the moment you decide. So, but with that, know why you're changing and know who you're changing for, and know why you're comparing yourself and who it is that you're really comparing yourself to. So, shit. This is a little longer than I was hoping, but I hope someone enjoyed it, and as always, it's my absolute honor to serve you. Don't be afraid to leave a comment below with any other topics you want for me to touch on. I'm starting to rack up these YouTube videos, and I'm starting to run out of ideas for things that you ladies have already suggested, so don't be shy to leave me some suggestions in the comment section. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. It's my absolute honor to serve you. Until next time, bye.